Man, it's been such a long week. It's Sunday after 7 o'clock and we're just now starting to record.
I know this thing's going to have to be here at least by midnight.
Oh, that means Jody's not going to bed by 8.
Somebody's going to be tired.
That's not good. He's got to work tomorrow.
What happened? Yeah, what time do I get up? 3:15?
3:15?
Whose idea was this?
I don't know. I thought we were skipping a week.
I thought we usually did this like on Tuesdays, then it got pushed to Thursdays, then it got pushed to Fridays, then
No,
it got
we were
pushed to
Thursday.
Saturdays. Now it's Saturday.
No, we're
now it's
Sunday.
Sunday.
No, we were Thursdays.
It's 7:38 on a Sunday.
On a Sunday. Man, I don't know what's happened.
I'm just glad to be here.
You are.
I was scared this wasn't happening. I mean, we're borderline. Like this right here, we've crossed the line.
Crossed the line.
Yeah. This can't happen again.
Why did my nose not ever run until I get on here?
I don't know.
And then I need to sniff
Are you
all
going to
the
sniff?
time.
Or are you gonna,
Yeah, I need to sniff.
Are you going to belch this time?
All right, I'm good.
You won't belch this time, right? You didn't have jacks or nothing.
Yeah.
But we did just eat. What did we do?
Did just
Where did we
eat.
just come from?
We just came from church. We had a big old ice cream fellowship. Jody ate so much ice cream, he didn't eat regular food.
Pay for it.
Yeah, he will.
I had some little dessert thing, some strawberry. It was kind of like strawberry shortcake.
Yeah.
In a way. And then when
Like strawberry pie.
Yeah. So when I like dug into
They
it.
have jello in it. Was that jello?
Is that what that was?
Yeah.
Maybe so.
That's what turned me off.
Yeah.
I'm not a jello person. I don't like that texture.
Yeah. It wasn't exactly what I wanted. But anyway, so when I cut into it.
Had the pretzels on the bottom.
I wish you'd let me talk.
I do it on purpose.
You don't.
know?
You know, that's just
Yes.
what you do, isn't it?
We said we wouldn't argue in this one.
I'm
and
not
here we
arguing.
go.
I'm just telling you what
Here
you
we
do.
go. The people are tired of us.
Anyway. No, they're not. Anyway, so when I when I forked down into it and I thought it was walnuts. So I had that walnut in my mind, and then when I bit into it, I was like, this is not nuts. So it took me a minute to figure out what it was, and it's like the mini pretzels. And they weren't, they're a little soggy, just a little bit. They weren't soggy, but I mean, they were fine. But it was like, just took me by surprise. So when I gathered all my facts and figured out what was in this, it was actually pretty good. But when you taste something, you don't know what it is.
But I saw the jello, and that turned me off. I wanted
really-
a bite until I saw.
Now that you said
when
that's
you
what
cut
it was,
that,
yeah, I realized
and I'm
that
like,
now.
that's jello. I just can't do that texture thing with the jello. I just never have been.
I like Jello.
I know. I used to make it for you, and we ain't made that.
So
in
you
a
just couldn't have
long
like a
time.
bowl of Jello?
You know when you have when you're gonna have surgery or something, you gotta eat.
Jello.
Yeah, I just don't eat because I can't do the jello thing. I don't know why.
What about jelly? You can eat jelly? That's the same.
I'm still iffy on jelly. I don't like a lot.
If jelly is cold, it's got the same texture as Jello.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It's different.
Not really.
It's a little different.
Different taste.
Anyway.
Same texture. I think.
We've had a pretty good week. It hadn't really been busy. We just been lazy. I don't know.
I'll speak for yourself. How have we been lazy?
You've been into this series on Netflix for the last 3 days trying to get it done. So I think that's why we've waited to the last minute. 2 days?
2 days, I think. Yeah.
Oh, that was 3 days.
Did I
I
start
thought
Friday?
you started it Friday.
Okay, maybe so. It's called Eric.
I
I
don't suggest it for anybody. I don't know how he hung with it.
I turned it off after the first episode and told myself I'm not going back to it because of the situation that was on it.
Yeah.
Then the next day I thought, you know what? I'm going to go back to it and let's just see how far this thing goes on this just to see. And yeah, they took it that far.
It was bad.
Yeah.
Not stuff that we
And it
like
wasn't
to
a good,
watch.
and it wasn't a good, it ended up not being a good story.
But
It
he
really
watched
wasn't.
it. He stuck it
I
out to
watched
the
it.
end.
You
I'm
made fun of me at the very end. At the very end of it, I gave it a thumbs down when
he sure did. It said, "How would you rate this?"
Yeah, and I did the old
Thumbs down.
thumbs down. So
Thumbs down.
yeah, I can't believe he made fun of me. I said I was just going to see.
I can't believe you stuck with it.
Yeah, I just wanted to see what the agenda was on it, and they definitely had a couple of agendas on that movie.
You say that about everything.
Well, if you look,
I guess I just don't pay enough attention.
if you have
to it.
that in mind when you're watching things, not
Well,
just
I
movies,
don't.
but anything.
I don't think that. I just watch it and I just listen to stuff.
But you're also the one that told me that you don't ever listen to lyrics on songs to even know what
You're
they're
right.
about.
I don't.
You got to listen to the lyrics. You just can't
I
sing
don't.
along.
I just sing it.
Yeah.
Except for my praise and worship music. No, I like it.
But next
I
thing
listen
you know,
to those.
Singing.
But then the music and stuff that we listened to when we were young, and now I listen to it and think, oh, that's what that was about.
Oh, yeah.
And my parents let me listen to this?
Well, it's just like these country songs and stuff. We're just, singing to it all day long. But when you start to think about it, these are not good songs. I don't care who you are. Yeah. I don't care if you're Kenny Rogers. He was not singing good songs.
Kenny Rogers? Where did that come from?
I don't know. I thought of him and Dolly Parton. I don't know.
Well, okay.
What song did they have?
Islands in the Stream.
That is what we are. I'm stopping right there. I thought you might keep going.
I watched your facial expressions. It said stop.
Did you?
Yeah.
I found myself on... Well, I was going to tell myself I wasn't going to mention the other podcast this time, but I have caught myself. I've sung on it twice so far. I mean, it wasn't impressive. It was more of like a little hum.
Well, I think you like that anyway. So
goodness gracious.
Anyway,
but back to your week. You've had a lazy week, huh?
I don't know. I don't even know nothing I've done.
I can only speak for myself. I don't know what you've done.
I worked.
Me too.
Oh, we was off Monday, right? Was that this week?
Yes.
Was that Memorial Day?
Yes.
Was that last week?
No, this week was Memorial.
This week.
This past week was Memorial Day. Yeah.
I don't even know what day it is.
That's right.
Yeah.
I think that's right.
Yeah, today's the 1st, and Memorial Day is the last Monday of the month.
That's
so
right.
That's right. Yeah.
So you were off. So y'all stayed home. And then when I got off work, I was at home. And then we didn't do anything.
We didn't do anything. It rained, didn't it? It rained?
I don't know. It's rained so much, I don't know what
it has rained a lot.
It's rained yesterday, rained today. On and off today.
All right, so we had that little get-together at church tonight, and what did we have to take? I got off easy.
Oh, we had to take tea.
Yeah, we had to bring tea. And I went up there to get tea. I went up there to get us something to drink. There was 3 gallons still left.
Well, that's because somebody else brought a bunch of 2 liters, and then we had lemonade,
There was
water.
a lot of lemonade left.
Yeah. Well, I mean...
I guess people wanted the Cokes.
If you give everybody too many options, they're going to take a little bit of all of them. Yeah. Remember that.
So we still had to go to... Gateway to get the tea. That's a little grocery store in our town. So, and before we went, it hadn't started raining before we went. And so I needed some lotion on my legs. And I don't like lotion. I don't like the feel of it or whatever.
You don't like the texture.
The texture.
Like jello. You don't like jello and you don't like lotion.
But I wanted to put tannin drops in it. And so Jody's usually pretty good. He'll put lotion on my legs if I ask him to. And
but you didn't ask.
But I didn't because I was putting the tannin drops in it. And then so I get my legs all lotioned up. I go back in the living room and it starts raining. And I'm like,
but what does that have to do with your lotion and your tan?
Well, if I just use tannin mousse and it gets wet, it messes it up. You'll have little drops like white spots on it, but I don't know about with the tannin drops mixed with the lotion. I'm hoping I'm not spotted when I wake up in the morning because it's a gradual tan.
So you're telling me the tannin, is this what all tannin lotion stuff do?
If you get wet when you've tanned right after it.
Right after it?
Yes.
So what's the time frame to not get wet?
6 to 8 hours.
Oh.
That's why you do it at night before you go to bed.
So like in the morning if you got out in some sprinkling,
you should be okay. I mean, you really go wash it off.
Not a drizzle, but
yeah. But yeah, so
you won't be able to tell until hours from now.
I'm hoping. Well, the tannin drops are a gradual tan, so I'm hoping the old legs are not spotty in the morning when I get up.
But then you can just fix it.
Yeah, I'll just put more on maybe. I don't think I need any more.
How do you take it off?
It just wears off. And when you get in the...
So if you're spotty, though, how do you fix that?
Well, either you put more on or you get in and you scrub and scrub and scrub. It's not going to come off in the first day. I mean, so it'll just have to be that way or either I'll have to add some more. So, yeah, that was the excitement of the day. I'm like, I'm going to get wet and I'm going to be spotty.
But then after all the rain, we saw a double rainbow.
We did see that double rainbow.
Which is pretty cool.
That was pretty cool. We
One
didn't
of-
even know it was a double rainbow. Somebody just come in and said, hey, did you see that rainbow? So I came and told you, and then you went out and videoed it, and it was double.
Yeah.
I like rainbows. Somebody told me I look like a rainbow today. Actually, they told me,
How do you look like a
can I say what they told me I was supporting?
Oh, we good.
Yeah, they told me, oh, well, you're supporting the Pride Month this month.
How's that?
Because my dress was all different colors. It was like a blue, a pink. I think it had 2 different pink colors in it. And then I'm like, no, the rainbow is God's promise. So he had it first.
Right.
And then they said, no, I didn't really mean that. I'm like, whatever.
But you said it.
You said it.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I don't support that. Sorry. So.
I didn't get that when I saw you today. I didn't get that at all.
I mean, it didn't look like a rainbow.
Not even close.
I know. It was just like pastel colors, kind of like.
Yeah.
It's called a patchwork dress. Color block dress. That's what it's called.
Color block.
Color block. It just had different colors on it.
I'm learning something new every time we do this.
I know. I love to teach you stuff.
I know. I'm trying to think what the garb was on the mailbox. Christmas swag. Swag.
There
that's it.
you go.
So
Mailbox swag.
Yeah, it just means some kind of decorative something.
Or if you're wearing some swag.
So what does that mean?
Swag can mean different things.
That's too vague or too wide. Yeah.
Jody has a lot of hand gestures. I wish y'all could see them.
Do I really?
Yeah.
Well, I couldn't talk if I didn't have my
I
hands.
know.
I'd be quiet. I don't realize it, but I'm
just something you
fidgety.
do.
I'm really
Yeah.
fidgety. I move my, I'm just all the time moving my fingers. I don't do my toes though, like you do.
Like me. You
But
can't
yeah,
do your toes.
my knees always, or my toes tapping.
Tapping?
Or something.
Well, what kind of week we got coming up since we're already on
I don't know.
Sunday?
Hot week. Weeks are,
Is it going to be hot?
Yeah, well, I mean, we're here. The hot weather is here.
Yeah.
I just know as you get older, the weeks fly by. And it seems like, to me, with my job and everything, I always say this. It's like the week is done. The week is starting, and then it just seems like tomorrow it's Friday again.
See, it don't seem like that to me.
It does me every week.
Man.
It flies by. Next thing I know.
My work bestie's not going to be there this week, though. I'm going to cry. Her's on vacation.
All week?
All week.
Mm.
I'm going to miss her.
So does anybody catch up on her work, or is she good to go? Nothing.
She's good to go. She's got her ducks in a row. She know what she's
got
doing.
it planned out beforehand.
Yeah. She know what she's doing.
That's good.
She's got it handled.
Wish I was going on vacation.
Me too.
It'd be nice.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's just up and go. Let's not
go.
tell anybody.
Let's go.
Nobody won't miss us.
I'm sure.
Who's going to miss us?
Everybody.
What?
Are we taking Nicholas, or are we leaving him here?
We're leaving that boy here.
He wouldn't even know.
He wouldn't even know we were gone. We can leave and he wouldn't know.
That's right.
We walk right by him and he don't know we're
I walk
leaving.
right by him, and I don't even realize he's sometimes, because he usually stays in one particular spot, whatever. So if he's somewhere else, I don't even realize he's there.
Oh, what else we do? I had to get the dogs darn medicine this week.
Medicine.
I'm gonna talk about a chunk out of the pocketbook.
What kind of medicine?
Flea medicine. They're flea and tick medicine.
They're pills.
Yeah, they had to
One
have
little pill
pills.
apiece. So 2 dogs, both of them combined weight might be like 21 pounds.
Well,
Maybe.
Winston is 16 compared to their
Oh, is he?
records. Yeah,
Really?
they had him at 16 the last time he was weighed.
Ooh, he's getting a little. We're going to put him on a diet.
Yeah, so he's
And-
probably 20 pounds himself.
And Coco can't be like 8 or 9 pounds.
I think they had her at 9,
Okay.
maybe. Anyway, that hurt the pocketbook
Yeah,
this
so
week.
2 pills,
2 pills.
one apiece for them is $150
Yes.
for 6 months.
Is it 6 or 3?
I'm
kinda
gonna
think
say
it's
so.
3.
Well, we're going with 6 because we're not.
Well, I kind of think it's 3.
Yeah, because we
But-
usually don't. I think it's twice a year we normally do it, and that's good enough.
Yeah.
Because the pill usually lasts forever. They never get no fleas, no ticks, no nothing. But they just got to where they starting to scratch so bad.
But they
Yeah,
don't have
kinda-
fleas,
but
so
they
why are
don't-
they scratching?
I don't know. Something sensitive. But we'd wait a little bit longer about getting
We
the
did. We
medicine,
usually
so-
already have them by this
Yeah.
time.
So But yes, but still no flea. So I'm really shocked.
I just hope those cats don't get fleas. Anybody needs a cat, we got them. They're free.
We'll ship them UPS, wherever, FedEx,
wherever you need them. They're free.
I might even drive them to you.
Yeah, road trip.
We got 2 cats. They're
not even our cats.
They both had litters. They both had 3 apiece. Then we've got another cat. So 3 cats, and then 3 kittens and 3 kittens. So that's 9 cats.
They need to be gone.
And the kittens are 4 weeks old. This week will be 4 weeks old.
They got to be a little bit older than that.
Maybe 5, but not more than 5.
So, you need a cat.
Contact Amanda.
You need a kitten. Hit us up, because I need them gone.
I might throw a $20 bill in with every cat.
I'll pay you to take it.
That's right.
I'll buy you cat food.
Yeah, cat food, $20 bill.
Yeah. Just get them gone.
A BOGO deal. But
it's different if this was a pet that we wanted and we actually got the pet. But no, these cats came up a year ago.
I made a mistake. It was one cat. Her name is Smokey. I called her Smokey.
Yeah, she came up. We didn't get her.
We've never had.
You fed her.
I'm taking the blame if you'll give me time. So this cat, we've never had a cat out here as long as we've lived. I don't remember ever seeing a cat out here.
26 years we've lived out here.
27 years we lived out here, never seen a cat.
26.
Anyway, 27.
26.
So this cat, I kept seeing her at a distance. I hear you. And then like a few days go by, I'd see her. She'd kind of like not hiding, but she'd be there like watching me. And a few weeks went by, and I'd see her, and you started seeing she's nothing but, she's getting to be skin and bones. And Amanda's making fun of me because I'm doing my hands as I'm talking. So I'm gonna fold my hands together like I'm praying. Will that be all right? So anyway, so I felt sorry for her, of course, and so I gave her some food in a spot, and she finally ate it. And slowly but surely I could get close enough and all that stuff. Well, anyway, so she had kittens. And then, so we ended up having like 5 or 6 kittens. And then some of them got gone. We gave away a few, whatever like that. I couldn't ever catch the 2 or 3 that we had to where I could go get them fixed. And I waited around. I knew I should have done whatever I needed to do. And they ended up, 2 out of the 3 got pregnant. And now they've had kittens. And so
it's different if it's a pet that we wanted.
We've gone from never having cats to where we're now averaging 9 or 10 cats for the last 2 years.
I need them gone.
Yeah.
I don't like cats.
I don't
They
either.
climb on your car. They rub up against you. Or they don't rub up against me because they know I don't like them.
And I don't like cats either, but I find them interesting to watch to see how they...
You don't like cats either, but you're out there, here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Come here, it's time to eat. Ding, 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 ding. Here's your food. You eat better than we do.
Are you done?
No.
That's not exactly
because then you'll
how
go
that
feed the fish, and then you'll go feed the birds.
I've
We got all kinds of wildlife out here. They eat better than we do.
Look.
I've had to cut our grocery bill out because he feeds the wildlife.
There's a lot of animals that are dependent on me for survival right now.
Well, you got a family that depends on you, but...
Y'all are doing all right, trust me.
Well, I had to cut our grocery bill so you could feed your
I
wildlife.
saw that bill. It didn't look like it got cut. But I tell you, when you buy groceries, when you throw like, if you need like washing powder and like a big pack of toilet paper or paper towels, whatever it is like that.
That was not buying any meat this week. I didn't buy. I bought one hamburger meat, and that was all because I was going to get chuck eyes or something later on in the week at Gateway. I spent more this week because I had really let groceries get down because I was trying to. This is how I do it. Like, I put in my mind what I'm going to keep my grocery budget at, and then I just cut our food back and don't go over that. But then you got Jody who buys something at Walmart every darn day. Seems like he buys something at Walmart every day.
You think so?
Yes. But anyway, so this week I was like...
If you check that account the last 2 weeks, I have not. So thank you.
This week I was like, I can't cut groceries. All right. I'm going to give myself this budget. And I'm like, well, that ain't nothing. Then I'm like, I've got to get us some food. Now, we have food, but,
But, you leave out that part about me buying something at Walmart every time. When Amanda shoots me a text on, hey, when you get to Walmart, pick this up for me. So it might only be a $4 or $5 or $6 purchase, but you make it sound like I'm buying $30 worth every time I'm in.
Every day.
Yeah, but that's not true to fact. Is that a true statement? True to fact?
True to fact. I don't know, but anyway. I
don't know if I made that up or if I
that
heard
grocery
that
budget this week was out the door.
You know, that's such a waste too. Groceries are just a waste.
And we still didn't have much.
As a society, we consume so much food, and it's just such a waste. It just goes in and goes out.
And it's summertime, so you know where half the budget goes?
Water and Gatorades.
Popsicles.
Oh, and popsicles.
And they're gone.
Yeah.
Now.
Well, we get what are the ones you freeze? The
popsicles?
No, I'm not talking about the ones you buy.
The ice pops.
Yeah. Why,
they're like the long
Pop
ones.
Ice. Is it called Pop Ice?
Maybe.
Yeah.
The long ones?
Yeah, you buy them. They're in
a big pack of.
Yeah, and they're not already froze. You
50
take them home
whatever.
and you throw them in. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The cheap ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, really good. That you can sit there and eat 10. Get your scissors, cut the end of them off, and
no, you just bite
knock
it
one
off.
out. No.
Jody can't bite it off.
No, I'm not.
Amanda and Nicholas does.
No,
we don't get.
Look, when I used to fish all the time and tying bait, and I'd always
bite the
line, and all that stuff. I can't do that anymore.
Well,
I just can't.
You're sensitive.
Well, I just can't take a chance in hurting my teeth.
Cause why?
Because that'd be a bill at the doctor's office if I did something.
Because you're getting old?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. I mean, nothing's got to do with age.
Oh,
like
that's another thing this week has happened to me.
What's happened to you? You gotten old?
Yeah. My eyes are going. I think I need some readers.
Your eyes have dramatically changed quickly.
Yes, like just in a month. It's weird.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird. And I'm like, I can still see. And Jody's like, well, try these readers anyway. It's going to make it better. I finally gave in. But it gives me a headache. I mean, as soon as I put them on, it's weird. It makes my eyes cross or something.
I'm probably just getting you. You probably just don't have the right. Oh.
Is there anything less than a 1? I mean, a 1.25?
Probably not. I don't know.
But man, I've had a couple of headaches this week from my eyes, and with my job, that's about all I do is on the computer. So I gotta have something.
I'm glad I don't sit in front of a computer all the time.
Sometimes I just have to get up and go. And sometimes I'm sitting there for 3 and 4 hours at a time.
But sometimes I wish I'd had a job like that where I'm just sitting in front. But then other times I'm like, there's no way I can do this. I'd rather do it, It's kind of like whatever in life you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like the same thing with hair. If you got straight hair, you want curly hair. If you got curly hair, you want straight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just the way it is.
I want it both ways. Yeah, so the desk job and the eyes, and I've been feeling the age this week. It's been a little cray-cray.
Cray-cray.
Cray-cray. Yeah. So what we got coming up this next week? Anything?
I don't think so.
Maybe not. Yeah. It's time to cut grass this week's cutting grass week at my dad's,
that's
ain't
right.
it?
That's right. Every other week. So this weekend. Sometime. At some point.
Sometime.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Plus if it rains, that's the whole thing. Rain affects everything and just messes me up if I got a lot of stuff to do.
Yep.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. What do you want to talk about now? You wanted to know when I first got a cell phone.
I did. I wanted to know because, I can remember back when I got mine, which was the craze, the new thing. But, of course, the whole pay structure back then when you got one was in the whole minutes, and you couldn't go over your minutes. And
I never got one. I didn't get one till I was married. I had a bag phone in the car, but I was threatened with my life. You better not use it because it cost us money.
Yeah, I had a friend that had the bag phone.
In the Monte Carlo.
Yeah, which...
Wish I still had that thing.
Yeah.
That car was sweet.
So I can't remember what year. 95, 96 was the year when I got a cell phone. Something like that.
After you graduated?
94, I don't know.
You graduated in 94. Did you have a phone when you graduated?
Maybe
I
so.
don't remember them being that.
I don't know. I don't know
Which,
if I did or not.
in 94, I was only 14.
Right.
Jody was graduating.
Yeah.
Let's leave that out.
So, I don't know. because everything
You
was.
had a pager when we got together.
Well, you had a pager and I don't know why I had a pager.
He was important to
Yeah,
me.
I had a pager and a cell phone, but the page, I'm just, you had
What about the little messages on the pager? You would try
911.
Yeah, or you would try to put in something that you had to turn the pager the other way and it spelled
Yeah, something like
something.
Yeah.
I forgot.
I'm trying to think the page structure on the phone back there. You had certain areas. Roaming, yeah, that's what it was.
You had roaming.
Yeah, roaming charges when you got out of area.
Yeah.
So you had like a map thing you could look at.
At nighttime, after 9 o'clock was free.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah. And you could keep up with how many minutes, and I can't remember what how much you had a month, but you could keep up with how many, and you ran over, you had to pay, extra for so many minutes.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Lord, these kids couldn't make it now.
No. But that
texting.
That was the thing. Since you only had so many minutes, you didn't take your phone with you. You left, I left mine in my vehicle.
Yeah, it wasn't something.
No, it wasn't something that I stayed on all the time.
You might have had a phone, but it didn't have internet on it.
Oh, yeah, but I'm just saying, it's like, since you couldn't just use it anytime. Yeah. Well, you could use it anytime you want to, but since you're limited on your minutes, it was something that you just didn't keep on you. Because you knew, hey, the only time I'm going to use it if I'm making a call to whoever about something, and you're on it and you're off, and that's it.
That'd be nice. Let's go back to it that way. That might be nice.
But that's when it was like a brick. Or what I call,
they were big, weren't they?
But they were, they were thick. They weren't slender.
Right. And when that iPhone come out, we thought that was the thing.
Well, I would like to go back.
I had a razor. I liked the razor I had.
So I didn't like those.
Wasn't it a razor?
Yeah, I didn't like the look of it.
Did it slide?
No,
the razor closed.
Yeah.
No. Did it?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Speaking of, that always happens too. Jody always gets some kind of notification he don't turn his stuff off.
Yeah. Because I never get it until we pod.
So the razor closed?
Yeah.
I had a sliding one too. I had a little pink one that slid.
That was back when they had Shazam. When you had that one was when Shazam came out. Because you had you could get 5 Shazams free before you would have to.
What's Shazam?
The
songs?
The app that you can listen to. If you don't know what a song is, you Shazam.
Oh, yeah. But you had a BlackBerry one time, and you liked that, didn't you?
Yeah, I had the BlackBerry.
Have we already talked about phones? Because for some reason, I feel like we talked about a BlackBerry.
I don't think so.
Why can we not remember what we've talked about?
That's what happens after so long.
Hush.
No, I'm... There it is.
Let me see.
See?
Oh, yeah. Okay. I had a pink one. I think mine was pink.
I didn't like them. I
liked them. I don't think you ever had one.
No, I didn't have one.
Yeah, you didn't have those.
No. I tell you what I did. I had a Motorola flip phone, which was a small, really small, and it just, everything about it I like, because it was small, compact. I like the way it closed. I like slamming it down when you're done. You just...
That's the problem with phones now. You can't hang up on somebody.
I know.
Not the good way. No. Not the good old, I'm so mad at you.
I know. You push a button. You're like,
yeah.
Take that.
Take that.
Take that.
That was the fun. Well, what about the phones? The real phones we used to have, and you had one phone, and you had a big long cord on it so you could walk away from your parents when you were talking.
Yeah, but did you ever have to, get the cord? You, took the phone off the hook or whatever, and you held it up.
And you held it so it would
ring,
so it would yes, all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. Which I kept the phone in my bedroom because we had a long, we had a long cord that come from the wall to the phone, so I could take it in my bedroom. But we also had a party line. So
I didn't understand the party line.
The party line was like when the phone would ring, it would ring at my house and my papa's house. So you didn't know who it was going to be for. So if the phone was for Papa, you had to say, hold on a minute, and you have to go next door and go to Papa and tell him to, hey, phone's for you.
Why would you have a party line?
I don't know.
That don't make any sense.
Because you didn't pay for 2 phone lines. Because we only paid for 1 phone line, I guess.
But that's called a hassle.
You got that right.
I'll pay for 2 phone lines.
Because Pop, he used to get some calls.
Did he really?
Yeah. He had buddies.
He didn't seem like the guy that would talk on the phone a lot. But I guess so. I don't know.
I mean, it wasn't a lot. But
I know.
But yeah, Pop. You got a Pop story, don't you?
I do have a Pop story. Pop almost killed me one time with a gun.
My Pop.
Yeah, your Pop, yes.
My Pop.
Yeah, because your Pop was
was country.
overalls. Yeah.
Overalls, worked in the mines.
Yeah.
Retired from the mines.
I can remember about him with, maybe it was a story you told me, or maybe it was us looking in his fridge, but he had like cheese in there. And
I came over one day because we were within walking distance. So I go over to
just next door. Yeah.
I go over to his house and say, Pop, I need some cheese. I need to make a sandwich. Hey, go in there and get you some. Well, I go in there. And it's got mold on it. Now, this is the cheese that was in the block, because we always bought the block cheese, and, you just cut your cheese off of it.
You cut the cheese?
Yeah, you cut the cheese. There it comes out, that 5-year-old.
Yeah,
Anyway.
that's right. 5th grader, thank you.
So, he's like, go in there and get you some. I go in there, and there's mold all over that cheese. I said, Pop, this cheese ain't any good. It's got mold on it. He said, honey, you just cut that mold off. There ain't nothing wrong with that. So
he's right, but
yeah,
no
but I didn't do it. That's Pop though.
Yeah, so he had a garden.
Big garden.
And I was
Pop was a big garden.
In the garden, and he had I don't remember if he talked about a rabbit kept getting in the garden or whatever like that, but just so happened the rabbit was in the garden when me and him was in the garden, and he swung that gun around and started shooting at that rabbit and almost shot me. For the last time. That's the last time I went to his garden. So
it was funny.
Oh, it wasn't. It was not funny. It was not funny at all.
Jody just goes running.
Oh yeah, he's got a gun. He's not paying attention.
Thought he done something wrong.
Thought I was a rabbit for a second.
Pop didn't like those rabbits getting in his garden.
Yeah, he had tunnel vision when he saw the rabbit. He didn't care about nothing else. All he saw was aiming and shooting at a rabbit.
Oh, good old Pop.
Wow.
I like old Pop.
Yeah.
I miss old Pop. Anyway, so we kind of had a boring week this week. Jody's mad because I forgot to look up country song or it ain't. Guess we'll have to put that on the burner for next week.
I wasn't mad. I knew you wouldn't be prepared. And then you didn't even think about it.
I did
you
not.
not think about it at all.
I did not.
I knew it.
If you don't write me a sticky note, it ain't happening.
Write your own sticky note.
You should see my desk at work. Mm-hmm. Sticky note, sticky note, sticky note.
Well, there should have been one on there about this.
Ugh.
So I can't help you.
Well, you can. I need help.
Yeah.
You better hush.
You sure do.
You better hush. You're going to get in trouble. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I guess we've rambled enough.
I guess so. It's getting late.
Yeah. 7:30.
A lot to do. 7:30. It's 8:14 now.
Wow.
I go to bed in 15 minutes, but now I can't.
I'm going to get in trouble.
Because now I have to start the process of...
I say just let this one go, bloopers and all, because there's been some bloopers, y'all.
Nope.
It'll be good.
You have to listen to it. You have to go through and listen to it first, and you add music and all that stuff, so it takes a while. So I have to do that. So, I mean, it's not like I just push a button and bam, it's gone.
That'd be nice,
blam. Sound like I cussed, but I said blam. Not
blam.
Yeah.
All right.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was fun. Maybe we'll be better next week.
Better. This is great.
Prepared. Jody don't like it when I say, let's just go in there and talk.
I know,
He's like, no, prepared. I want something to talk about. And I'm like, I don't want to talk about nothing.
That never happened.
All right, folks. Hope y'all have a good week. Thanks for tuning in.
And we'll see you every Monday.
On the flip side.
Bye.
See ya.